We should hang out.
Test, test.
It's really
All right, the time is now 6:30. I'm going to call to order the special meeting for Liberty Tree Academy Board for April 7th, 2025. Let's establish our roll call and quorum. Mr. Johnson?
Here.
Mr. Stukwich?
Here.
Mrs. Helland?
here.
Mrs. Russell?
Here.
And the President, Tim Geithner, is here. If we could stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. Kenny, could you lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. And Andy, if you could do our mission and vision, please.
All right. The LTA mission, Liberty Tree Academy prepares students through a traditional content-rich education in a disciplined and orderly environment to be self-governing citizens who are equipped to carry out the vision of our nation's founders to preserve and perpetuate liberty. Our vision, Liberty Tree Academy is dedicated to an authentic traditional American education to be a community that actively cultivates character in a challenging and engaging learning environment.
Perfect. And then our founding fathers quote tonight comes to us from George Washington: "Happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected." All right. Approval of the agenda. I see no reason to make any amendments to the agenda. If I could have a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda as is.
Very good. Thank you, Jenny. And a second, please.
I'll second.
Andy, I think you beat Mike. We have a second. Is there any opposition? Seeing no opposition, we have adopted our agenda. Moving on to item number 7, which is board discussion. We have our bank resolution. The bank resolution is in everyone's inbox. We updated it to reflect Mr. Siegel, who is joining us as our headmaster and CEO. And so that's the only change to the bank resolution. Once that's signed, we can get that over to our bank, and they can go ahead and add him as a signer to our accounts. Is there any other comments on the bank resolution? I think this is our second one this year that we've already done.
Can I just make another? We're gonna have to adopt probably another one next month.
Yeah, once Mr. Kistler
And
leaves
Canning.
and Miss Canning, then
Okay.
we will adopt another one. I considered maybe touring with this one and putting that the
That they would come
authorizations
off.
would expire
Yeah.
effective a date, but I don't know how our bank would. I have a feeling that they don't want to have to look at the calendar. I think they would just want to
Okay.
utilize the
Okay.
latest and greatest. Any other discussion? Seeing no more discussion on the bank resolution, that brings us to resolution, the ratification of headmaster CEO contract. We have a resolution that I gave everyone hard copies of that we will adopt, hopefully, tonight, that basically just ratifies the contract that Mr. Siegel and I have signed, and that Steffi and I led negotiations on per the board's authorization from our last meeting on the 27th, or the 13th, 27th it was. And then I did email out a signed copy of the contract, so everyone has that. That's in your inbox. That's not in those folders. The only hard copy that you have is the resolution in front of you. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts or discussion regarding the resolution.
Note.
Okay.
I am going to though attempt to download it, put it into our drive.
Perfect.
And we'll need those resolutions signed, and I need the ones from last week too. So-
Okay.
Or last board meeting.
We can do that. I have something that I would like to read just before we get to the next section. That's the only other resolution that we have to, because we're about to move into action items. So I'd like to read a statement that I prepared. Before we cast our votes to ratify your contract as headmaster of Liberty Tree Academy, I want to express on behalf of the board our deep trust in your abilities and our excitement for what lies ahead under your leadership. The board believes you are the right person, Mr. Siegel, to lead our school into this next chapter, and we are confident you will not just uphold our mission and vision, but that you will lead us in further realizing our mission and vision. Your role is not just administrative, it is transformative. Indeed, it is transformative. The decisions you make will shape the future of Liberty Tree Academy and its legacy. As Aristotle wisely observed centuries ago, all who have meditated on the art of governing mankind have been convinced that the fate of empires depend on the education of youth. Your leadership will influence generations of students who will go on to become leaders in their own right, impacting our community, our state, and our country. Classical education is at the core of what we offer at Liberty Tree Academy. As Dr. Larry Arnn emphasizes, it is about teaching students to think for themselves, to understand the great ideas and texts that have shaped our civilization, and to develop the habits of mind and character that will allow them to lead meaningful lives. LTA students are being prepared to be thoughtful citizen leaders who can think critically and act responsibly, ensuring they are equipped for the challenges ahead. Parents have chosen Liberty Tree Academy because they value an authentic, traditional American education that is steeped in classical education's unique approach to learning and self-governance. They understand that, as James Madison said, a people who mean to be their own governors must arm themselves with the power which knowledge gives. It is our duty to fulfill their trust by providing an exceptional classical education that empowers their children. In addition to overseeing the curriculum, you must also lead and develop our staff. Your ability to inspire and support our teachers will be crucial in maintaining their passion for teaching. As Plato noted, the direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. The same principles apply to our educators. Your guidance will determine their professional growth and effectiveness in the classroom, ensuring a high-quality educational experience for our students. Finally, let us remember that at the heart of classical education is fostering critical thinking and self-examination. As Socrates famously declared, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Our school must continue to encourage our students to live examined lives, filled with curiosity and purpose, preparing them to lead meaningful lives. With these thoughts in mind, we look forward to working with you to ensure Liberty Tree Academy continues to flourish. Thank you for joining us. With that, I move us to action items number 8. Item number 8A, which is resolution ratification of the headmaster and CEO contract. I do want to read a portion of the contract. I'm sorry, not the contract, but the resolution. And it is the now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Directors of LTA as follows. The board hereby approves changing the title of Chief Executive Officer of LTA to Headmaster Chief Executive Officer. The board enthusiastically announces Mr. Harold Siegel as LTA's Headmaster and Chief Executive Officer. The board hereby approves the Siegel contract and directs President Geithner to sign it on behalf of the LTA board. The LTA board declares that resolution number 2023-0420B is not applicable to Mr. Siegel as he is not an interim leader. All acts of LTA board members and agents, either before or after the adoption of this resolution done in accordance with the furtherance of this resolution, are hereby approved by the board. This resolution shall be in full force and effect upon its passage and approval. With that in mind, if I can have a motion to adopt the resolution approving the contract and title for our headmaster, Mr. Harold Siegel.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution number 2025-407A.
Very good. If I could have a second, please.
Second.
Excellent. Is there any opposition? Seeing no opposition, that is final. Welcome aboard, Mr. Siegel. Officially, as a board, we get to welcome you. And then let's move on to our final resolution, which is the bank resolution. If I could have a motion to adopt our bank resolution.
I
Motion to adopt the bank resolution.
Very good. Thank you, Mrs. Russell. If I could have a second, please.
Second.
Very good. Thank you, Jenny. Is there any opposition? Seeing no opposition, we have adopted our bank resolution. And that brings us to item number 9, which is adjournment. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Shortest meeting
How do
ever.
you do? What's the time? Where are we at?